Okay, Karen, this is the book I have. Do you see this little rooster? It looks like a rooster. That's a number 2534. It's about 5 by 9, I think. This book here. Let's see. Well, 6. Let's go with 6 by 9. This is what the paper's like on it. Let me find one that I've done pen and ink. There's some pen and ink and paint there, so you still get some rich colors with it. Reds, I think, are terrible or harder to deal with on watercolors. You gotta layer them. This is the one I did of All You Girls. It picked up a great pink. Here's some abstract, so you can see it does take color well, but it's the paper is slicker. I don't know, I can't give you an example, but you can kind of see that. This one is the same size, and it's Fabriano. And this paper here is the bumpy paper, much more rougher, and you can see the texture. It also takes the pen well. Just different stuff I have in here. Captain. I go from this is one where I did in pen and then watercolor. That was standing in line voting. So this one was sitting at lunch with a little watercolor and pen. Here's Anna. This one is done, this must be done with watercolor pencil, so you can see the grain come up in the paper, and then you wet it and dissolve your paint. There's her son, and all of these are done with watercolor pencil, so you can get some good effects with that on this paper. This looks like one I never wet. I just drew it and didn't like it and just never wet it, I guess, or forgot. This is portraits. You're going to get that coarser texture in it. You can see the coarser texture. Of course, this is just a journal, so I'm messy and rub my hands all over everything. This was watercolor pencil, so I got kind of intense color, but not much shading and layering. Playing with the watercolor pencil. I think I may have watercolor, so you have the texture stuff going on there. I believe this might be pastels. Yes, this is pastel, so it takes pastels, but you get that grain of the paper showing through. This is watercolor pencil and watercolor, and this, I don't think I have any acrylic in here. I might. Then here's another one. I don't know if I wet it or not. That's watercolor pencil, and that was a self-portrait I've done, and I'm doing it in oil. This is one of my favorite ones, and it's about 6 by 10. It's got a leather outside, and this one's is like a master's. You can see how sloppy I am. And this is handmade paper. I think I have shared this one with Anna and Clee. And this is acrylic. This journal here just has all kind of crazy stuff in it, prompts. This is just charcoal and water and pen. This is acrylic. There might be some gouache in here too. This paper, here's probably gouache on this one. It doesn't do pencil very well because being hand made paper, it rubs off easy. Let me see if I can find, okay, here's some, there's just pen. Here is the paper, and has the handmade edges, and it's a smooth finish, but it takes watercolor pretty good, and it takes acrylic really good. It also takes gouache great, and it takes there's another. The watercolors get a little muted, but you still get some saturation. You can see that. Half these things I don't even remember. You can see how crazy they are. But it also takes oil pastels good, and I just take a piece of wax paper or tissue paper and put between my pages if I need to. See if I can add some of that. See, I've still got some pages to paint in this one. Maybe I'll do that next. Here's one heavy acrylic. I think this was one of the word prompts from Cinnamon. Anyway, I hope that helps you.